For latest astrology videos, subscribe Astrodify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live. Hello everybody, welcome to Astrodify. Today we are going to discuss what happens when Saturn is in the sign of Aquarius in anybody's chart. So let us start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is given in the description. So we are going to talk about Saturn in Aquarius today. What kind of results does this placement most of the time gives? So we are going to see both the scenarios here, good as well as bad both. First of all, see here that this is Saturn's own sign. Saturn controls Capricorn and Aquarius, both of them. However, this is the Mool Trikona Rashi for Saturn, means it is a much more comfortable sign for Saturn, and actually even though Saturn controls both of them, but Aquarius is the sign which represents the actual nature of Saturn much more as compared to Capricorn. However, it does not mean that Capricorn has less impact of Saturn. No, it totally represents Saturn, but there are certain aspects which are not seen in Capricorn. That is why Aquarius becomes the main sign for Saturn. That is why it is known as the Mool Trikona Rashi. And the reason here that Aquarius is the Mool Trikona Rashi for Saturn and not Capricorn, the main reason is that all the characteristic features which are there in Capricorn, most of them are found in Aquarius, but Aquarius actually represents the ultimate reality. It has that capacity because Capricorn is a material sign. Aquarius is not a material sign. Aquarius represents the actual truth about life. Capricorn has to do it because it is an earth sign. So it has to do everything with the conventional relative reality in which we are living in the material world. That's why it's not considered the absolute Mool Trikona Rashi. Aquarius has that capacity and capability to give a person the knowledge and understanding of his own nature and the reality of the world, actual absolute truth which we say, that is more there in Aquarius. It does not mean Capricorn does not have it, but Capricorn needs a lot of other good spiritual combinations to give that kind of behavior. Aquarius can naturally give it, even if there are some yogas to support it. Aquarius naturally functions in that domain. So that's why this is a very good sign for Saturn. But remember, the intensity of the results here, what Saturn gives, depends on the placement of Moon, Lagna Lord and other combinations in the chart. Now the thing here is that depending on Moon, the Lagna Lord and Jupiter, because Jupiter is the Dharma Karak. Dharma means your duty, your responsibility, what your actual duty towards your own self, your other areas of life is and should be. Every person makes their own, okay, your belief system and all that. And why it is necessary? Because Saturn is the implementer of your dharma, implementer of your belief system in reality. Saturn does not create it, but Saturn implements it. Who is the creator? Jupiter is the creator. That's why we see Jupiter's placement as well. So Moon, Lagna Lord and Jupiter, if they are well placed in the chart, it makes person quite practical, logical, realistic in nature, and mature, serious, analytical, scientific, gives a lot of curiosity towards anything, multiple areas. It does not depend only on one particular thing. No, curiosity towards various things. Patience is going to be high because Saturn and Aquarius both are very slow in nature, so it gives some lethargy as well, but makes person patient, persistent. Saturn and Aquarius both represent isolation, so it makes person quite introvert, reserved, secretive, but who is a keen observer, who listens more, sees more and says less. So that kind of person who observes more and nothing is hidden from him, that kind of mentality Saturn gives here. It makes person quite secretive. They do not open themselves too much or easily to everybody. Then it also makes person quite strategic and tactful, eccentric sometimes quite unusual and peculiar behavior traits or habits can be seen, small or big, it depends, but some kind of eccentricity in the behavior can be seen. And it makes person insightful, quite a deep thinker, and innovative. It not only gives curiosity and learning of the subject, but also the deep thinking and conceptual thinking. Particularly conceptual thinking means the person is not able to only learn about the subject and ponder upon it, but also has the ability to interconnect the various components of a system to see the big picture, the huge big reality, to connect the dots and to come to a original innovative conclusion, and that kind of thing. So that Saturn has capability to give here. Also it makes person quite open minded. Now Aquarius and Capricorn have this difference also, because Capricorn is a conservative sign. It is a very traditional sign. It means it represents conservation of boundaries. Aquarius does not. Aquarius represents the infinite. So it makes person quite open minded if Saturn is good. If Moon, Lagna Lord and Jupiter are well placed, then it happens. Otherwise it won't. Also it gives good foresight, makes person philosophical, action oriented. Remember, people will be action oriented, but they won't be very extremely too much overly competitive all the time. It makes person persistent, and it does not mean that but that person is not having the ability to work. It is, but some people are crazy about work. People who are workaholics, until and unless there are afflictions on Saturn, this cannot be seen. So the thing here is that person has ability to work and fulfill their desires by working on them. They are really hard workers, but it makes person slow and lethargic. They want to do things on their own pace. It's not like they are the people who are going to follow all the deadlines and structure and organization and everything. This is the clear cut difference between Capricorn and Aquarius. Capricorn means following law and orders and rules and regulations and discipline and authority and everything. And Aquarius does not care about these things. Aquarius cares about the work, the nature, the thing which matters the most. If knowledge is important, then I have to focus on the knowledge and not anything else which surrounds it. So that kind of thinking is seen here. People who are too much who give too much attention to regular routines and all that, Aquarius does not care about it. So that's the thing here which can be seen. Then it makes person tech savvy also, because obviously Saturn and Aquarius, and the co-lord of Aquarius is Rahu. So Saturn, Aquarius, Rahu are all science, engineering, technology. So it gives a tremendous interest in all new age technology and science and everything going around. So person likes changes and new innovations which are improving our lifestyle day by day and making it more convenient. So that kind of thing can be seen here. Apart from that, depending on Moon, the Lagna Lord and Jupiter, it makes person either majorly materialistic and full of attachment, or majorly spiritual and having detachment. It depends on Moon and Lagna Lord entirely, because see, Aquarius is the natural sign of 11th house, and 11th house is the house of desires. So what kind of desires you have? You have material desires, or you have desire for liberation or some spiritual progress. It depends. So the thing here is that if it is well placed, it means that it can give satisfaction and fulfillment of desires. So whether they are materialistic or spiritual, that is not the issue. It gives fulfillment. It demands a hell lot of work, because Saturn does not give fulfillment of desire without effort. It does not give only on the basis of your luck or fate. It requires tremendous hard work from the person, otherwise it is never gonna give you. But the thing here is that materialistic and spiritual mindset both can be seen, and the attitude of detachment and attachment both can be seen depending on Moon, Lagna Lord and Jupiter placement. Next thing here is that if strong spiritual combinations and yogas are happening in the chart, then this is a very good situation. Actually, Saturn and Aquarius, as I said, Aquarius is the sign for infinite. It represents anything which is out there. Maybe you do not know it, but it is there. Like Aquarius represents the entire space. So its space is wide and huge, and we know that it technically exists. But is still anything which we have seen, it's just a tiny fraction of it. There are many things which are still out of our reach. We know they exist, but we do not have any literal what you can say proof or evidence of it, but still there are things like that. So that is Aquarius. So if a good spiritual combinations are there, then it is a very good situation where it makes person seeker and knower of true self. What your true self is, it does not give material identification. So what is the ultimate reality, what your true self is, what you are exactly, all those questions which people have in as in existential anxiety kind of thing, that kind of things are satisfied by knowing and seeking the actual self knowledge, and Saturn gives that. Then it gives person keen observation, crude practicality, and detachment means vairagya. If detachment is not there, then liberation is not possible. So detachment is necessary from the material world in order to know what you truly are. That's important, and that is why here it makes person seek self realization. And if good yogas are there, and it gives also, but and it can be from all forms of yoga, whether it is Jnana Yoga, Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga. Any kind of thing can be seen here. It is very good for that. However, it does not give any superstitious, fearful, conservative, or orthodox mindset and beliefs. And that is what Saturn in Capricorn can give most of the time, because Capricorn represents preserving and protection of the culture, tradition, and having the boundaries in life. And that is why here Saturn feels more what you can say comfortable, because Saturn does not care about all these things most of the time. Saturn is ultimate reality. It shows that what is the reality, try to see it. There it helps, because natural nature of Saturn is not attachment, it is detachment. And Capricorn does not provide that detachment, because it is an earthly sign, that's why. So this is also another reason why it is a Mool Trikona Rashi. But this result what I am talking about, this is seen in less cases, not most of them. If we talk about career fields, if Saturn is responsible for career, it is very good for politics, law, judiciary, social work, defense services, police services, detectives and spies, and secretive jobs can be seen with this. It is good for insurance, HR, agriculture, real estate, infrastructure, construction, coal, oil, gas, iron, steel, metals, production, manufacturing, all STEM fields, all science, technology, engineering, mathematics fields, and related jobs. We can see scientists, researchers with this. It is good for transportation, aviation, mainly aviation, because Aquarius is a air sign. Then supply chain, logistics, operations. It is good for liquor business, pharmaceuticals, drugs, healthcare, medicine. We can see surgeons with this, mainly radiology and surgeons in healthcare mainly. Then it is good for geology, geography, history, environmental science, music, entertainment, fitness, sports, philosophy, astrology, astronomy, monasticism. We can see yogis, monks with this, very good for that. So these are several career fields which are good here for Saturn in Aquarius. Now let's talk about the case where Saturn is in the sign of Aquarius, and the condition of Jupiter, Moon, and Lagna Lord are not good. They are afflicted, or Saturn is making negative combination, and the other planets, they are not well placed. Now there will be negative results. Saturn will have capability to give negative results in life. Now remember, all the things which I am going to tell you now, do not take them literally without any other further analysis. Do not jump to conclusions. In short, treat it as a source of information, do proper analysis of the whole chart, and then come to conclusion, because I am just telling the general description of Saturn in Aquarius. We do not know where it is placed, what sign, what house it is, what nakshatra it is, what kind of yogas it is making, what kind of other situations are there. So you just have to see that how it is placed, that you have to keep in mind. But if Saturn is in this sign, it is afflicted, or it is not receiving support from Moon and Lagna Lord or Jupiter, then it brings negative qualities, and the intensity or the amount of these negative traits will increase the more the Saturn and other planets are badly placed. So here it first of all makes person quite indolent, means does not want to work at all, have desires but do not have capacity or stamina or strength to do work, labor for that. So it increases lethargy and fatigue and low energy and indolence so high that you are not able to do anything. It makes person quite disorganized, indisciplined, heavy procrastination, no concentration and decision making, high struggle, delay and hard work in life. Things do not happen at all, or even if they happen, they are very full of struggle, and they do not happen in correct way. People are most of the time, because of huge confusion and dilemma, they are not able to decide, and they end up in misdirection, means people doing some things which they are not going to get results there, but still they are doing it. So that ultimately gives generate more and more struggle in life. Then it makes person quite narrow minded, not open minded at all, quite narrow minded, dishonest, lies can be increased, manipulative tendencies, makes person quite cunning, corrupt, selfish, deceitful, shrewd, greedy, opportunistic, ruthless, sadistic, blindly materialistic in nature, bereft of any ethics, morals, virtues, principles, ideologies, bad company and wasteful life, engaged in immoral, illegal and criminal activities like any kind of trafficking, prostitution, mafias, murderers, criminal, money laundering, corporate mafias, white collar crimes, anything can be seen, anything literally can be seen. But remember, I know you might have thought that okay, this is extremely negative, but see, you have to come to conclusion only after proper analysis. And all the results which I have said, all of them, they are not going to be seen. There will be very rare people who will have all the negative traits in them, but sometimes mixed results can be seen. So that is why I said treat it as a source of information, nothing more than that. Apart from that, if we talk about some health issues, it can give all kind of mental disorders, all kind of mental and psychological disorders, whether it is depression, anxiety, fear, phobia, paranoia, insomnia, mental retardation, language and learning disability, epilepsy, any kind of thing can be seen. Then physical health issues, it can give blood circulation issues, cardiovascular problems, digestive issues, problems related to bones, jaws, teeth, speech, lower abdomen, GI, gastrointestinal system, incurable diseases of any kind, addictions of any kind can be seen with this Saturn. So remember that even though Saturn is in its own sign, it does not mean that it's going to behave well all the time. You have to see other important factors and the situation of the combinations and the yogas which that planet is making in the chart, and then come to some particular logical conclusion. So what I have explained here, I think that you would have better understood about the nature and behavior of Saturn in Aquarius, both positive as well as negative traits we have discussed here. So that was my attempt to show that one particular planet placed in one zodiac sign can give varied diverse results, and depending on huge different permutations and combinations of the yogas and the planetary alignments in the chart. So you have to see each and everything and then come to some logical conclusions, and that can be seen in various areas. So let's suppose Saturn disturbs the education for somebody, it can disturb marriage for somebody, it can disturb career for somebody, it can disturb finances for somebody. It's not like that it's going to create havoc in all the areas. It's not like that. You have to see the chart itself. That is why I am saying that my purpose here is only to give you the information about the behavior of the planet in one particular zodiac sign, and then you have to merge it, club it with other planetary alignments in order to come to a logical conclusion. Okay, so I think that you would have got quite good sense here, and knowledge about what kind of behavior Saturn functions in this particular sign. So if you are new to my channel, subscribe below. For more, check on my website and Facebook page. Otherwise, we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.